Hey, Blush Tribe. I got a quick little message for y'all. Literally, I'm about to just transition. Me and London are getting our nightly routine started tonight. So I have like a few minutes before I got to get her all washed up for bed. I'm trying to do this routine thing I was just telling you guys about earlier in the week. I'm trying. Okay. So before I get started with that, I had a quick little word, and it's supposed to be quick. My opinion just keep whenever my heart is just like wanting to record, my spirit is really not at rest. Okay. So when you see content creators and you're like, man, they always bringing a good word, it's a backstory to that. Like you literally cannot sleep. Like right now, I'm supposed to be taking this hour to rest, but I cannot rest. My spirit will not rest until I do my Father's business. Okay, the same thing with you. You won't get no rest. Okay, until you do what God tell you to do, and you can do it willingly or you can do it involuntary, like mandatory. Okay, and y'all excuse my voice because the pollen. Listen, when I came outside, I had to use the windshield wipers to dust it away. So it's definitely impacted me. But your daddy don't even care about that. That's how serious this word is. I can't sleep and he don't care about no allergies, no pollen, no itchy throat, eyes, nose, ears, none of that. So the word for today is your responsibility. And the way I got this word is I was actually asking God, like, God, why do you have me here? Like where I am. Okay, and I'm still getting adjusted. It takes a while to get adjusted once you have gotten accustomed to having your own space, recording in your own basically like studio, bedroom, car. You know, you found your niche, your comfort place, and your daddy is like, "No, you cannot stay there too long. His business is too pricey. His business is too valuable. His business is too um noteworthy. It's needed in the community. So he won't let you get comfortable. He won't let you do it your way. He won't let you have no control. So me being here, it was out of my control. And I was totally like, um, why? You know, what is this all about? I'm still like in the acceptance phase of just caregiving for an elder, you know, living back home where I grew up, things like that. So it's been kind of a transition for me. It hasn't been difficult. My grandma's been awesome helping with dinners and laundry and us coming together and just running a household. It's been very, very great, but it's different, okay? And if you are a person who have lived on your own for any period of time, it's different when you have to transition back into living with someone. It's just a piece, it's a different set of mindset that you have to have. And my daddy is allowing me to be at peace and be at rest with the decisions and the things that are transpiring in my life. And I was just talking to him, just having a transparent moment like, God, why do you have me here? And my daddy told me, because it's your responsibility. And I said, you know, wow. I felt that it was my responsibility anyway. Whenever I think about me and my grandma's relationship, I always think about Ruth and Naomi. Okay, it's just keep resonating in my spirit. I read the scripture all the time, do a study about it. I really, really enjoyed that book in the Bible because it really is a testament of what's happening in my life right now. And these are very sacred, memorable moments I'm making. So it's really like near and dear to my heart. But still, sometimes I ask my dad, you know, what is the bigger picture? What is the bigger lesson? What am I supposed to walk away from? What is the experience I'm supposed to be having? You know, my mind just curious. You're just curious, especially when it's about your life, your livelihood, your child's exposure, all of that. You really it becomes real for you. So I was just asking my daddy. He said it's your responsibility. So the name of the word for today is it's your responsibility. He gave me the scripture, 1 Timothy 5:3-4. It said, take care of the elders in your family. Take care of any widow who has no one else to care for her. But if she has children or grandchildren, and that's what I am, a grandchild, their first responsibility is to show godliness to home and repay their parents by taking care of them. So my daddy just wanted me to encourage you, if you're caregiving for somebody, a family member, a widow, a person who is in need, a person who is ill. Right now, my grandmother, she's at the hospital with a sick family member. You know, people are always trying to lend out a hand, especially in my family, to uplift someone, to pray for someone, to help somebody who is in need. No family is perfect. I just want to say that no family is perfect, but when things need to be done, there's always somebody always willing to help. So if you are that person, your family is the person, you are like the staple person in your family that people go to you a lot. I know it can be overwhelming and frustrating at times, but your daddy said it's your responsibility. I was listening to Eric Thomas that also brought it home earlier for me, and he was saying a lot of things that's our responsibilities are going by the wayside because we're not taking on the responsibility the way it's supposed to be handled. So your daddy is saying handle his people with gentleness, with kindness, with patience. The patience, he's saying, you're going to have a patience that surpasses all understanding. You're going to be like, I don't know how I got so calm. I don't know why I don't have road rage no more. I don't know why I don't go 0 to 100 no more. I don't know how these things happen. God is placing a brand new spirit inside of you. Okay? So he said, it's their first responsibility to show godliness at home and repay their parents by taking care of them. This is something that pleases God. For me personally, I'm just all about what pleases God. Sometimes I may find myself drifting into conversations that don't serve me. I may find myself hearing information that disturbs my spirit. I may find myself surrounded by people who I'm like, no, I need to kind of go off. I see why Jesus wandered off alone by himself, because he needed to center himself. He needed to be with his Father. He needed to hear directly what the Lord was asking him to do, because it's serious business. And I find myself doing the same exact things as people in the Bible. Okay, the same thing with you. So your daddy is saying, treat these people right. People might not be treating you right. They might not be talking to you right. But your daddy said when you get twice as many blessings, he said when doors open twice as fast, people, it's going to make their head spin. People going to say, I don't know how you got connected with them. Tell them you don't know either. All you know is that you did what the Bible told you to do. You're not perfect, but you try your best. Your daddy's saying, your influence is going to double like overnight. You're going to go to bed one way with your head on your pillow, with your bonnet, or with your do-rag on, and you're going to wake up and boom. Your daddy said your influence is going to double because you treat people right. You got patience with elders. You put what you want aside and you handle what God asked you to do. That's what I'm doing right now. I put what I want to the side, what my desires are, living in the fast lane, on the up and up, being in the city, things like that. I put those desires to the side to handle my daddy's business because he said it's my responsibility. So your children are your responsibility. Your leadership is your responsibility. He's saying the people he got under you in your bloodline that you're supposed to be breaking free from drug addictions, from suicidal thoughts, from domestic violence, from all of these negative things that's attacking our bloodline. Your daddy's saying you put what you want aside so that you can break those things loose. Okay, so your daddy is saying stay focused in this season. People may not always treat you the way you're supposed to be treated. People might not always give you the accolades and the things that you deserve. They may not always pay you back what they say they're going to pay you back. Some people talk about you because all you're doing is good and they can't find anything else bad to say, so they just start making up stuff. The stuff that you start hearing about yourself, you're going to be like, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that about myself. Like, you kind of helping me learn myself. Because if that's what you see, then it's something inside of you. Maybe you need to get you a coaching session. Maybe you need to go to therapy. I'm big on that. I've been telling people, listen, I can't coach you because I know you, but I got a community of coaches that can help you. I got some therapists. I'm going to need to start getting me a Rolodex of people that can help these people, because people need help. They're suffering. They're bleeding. They're sick. They're sad. They're depressed. They strung out. They're just not in God's kingdom, and they don't see themselves the way God see them. So your daddy is saying you're dealing and helping with people that don't see themselves like God see them, but it's okay. You're doing it for God because it's your responsibility. He didn't say it's the responsibility of the people to give you influence. It's the responsibility of the people to pay you back every dime you put out. It's the responsibility of the people to speak good on you. It didn't say that in the Bible. What it said was it's your first responsibility. It's to do these things, to take care of the things that God put you in stewardship over. So your daddy's saying your blessings is going to be twice as big, okay? So that's why I couldn't sleep, because it's so big, okay? it's so big, like the people are not even gonna believe it happened to you. And it's not gonna happen like instantly. It's gonna happen while you're on your assignment. When you look up, you're gonna say, man, I don't even know how I got that. It's gonna be because you were faithful over what God asked you to do. You put your own desires, your own wants, and your own things that you wanted to just go out and frivolously do. You set that aside. You saved that money. You got rid of the debt. You was patient with elders. You was patient with the children. You did whatever project or whatever assignment got you on. You're doing it, and you're doing it well. He's saying your heart is twice as big. So people just gravitate towards you. You're like just a breath of fresh air. People love you, and it's not you. It's the Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit that you open up your mouth and it comes out. Your daddy is saying, your heart is so big and it pleases him. It say these things pleases him. So I'm only focused on what's pleasing my daddy. I'm not focusing on what's making folks mad and how they aggravated. They're like that because they don't know how to do what pleases God. But you are an example. You think that you're insignificant. You think that, oh, that little favor I did, taking that person to the grocery store, giving them something on a light bill, praying for that person in the bathroom, doing these random kind like acts of kindness. You think that they're insignificant, but your daddy said these small things are taking you to your next level. So you're actually moving the needle forward to getting yourself to your next level. A lot of times we're selfish, we're mean, we're mad, we're upset. Why they calling? You know, I had these same feelings, so I know where you coming from. But your daddy is saying it's our responsibility. So as he's teaching me through these life lessons, I'm coming on here being bold and being authentic and sharing these things with you. So you don't have to go around the merry-go-round. You can go right to where I am. God puts the word in somebody's mouth, in somebody's head, in somebody's heart, in their spirit, and he gets us to speak it through so that you can have somebody trailblazing a way for you, so you won't be wandering around in the wilderness. When we get to the Jordan River, you're going to suit up and be ready to cross, okay? We don't want you to be saying, oh, they too big. Oh, they going to take us down. No, he's trying to build you up so you can have that stamina, and you can have that mental stability you need to be able to get to the next level. You're not going to be able to pay attention to all these small things. Be focused on the big blessing. Be focused on making God, pleasing God. Be focused on making his assignment your priority. Don't focus on nothing else going around you, because you're going to get caught up in the foolishness. You're going to get upset. You're going to be mad, and you ain't going to answer your phone. You're going to forward the message that you would need to pick up. Okay, so your daddy is saying focus on what's your responsibility. And you know what your responsibility is. You knew that person that he's asked you to reach out to pray to. He's asked you to be kind to these people, to be forgiving of these people. Give them a second chance. You know the people that God has placed in your heart that you are responsible for. Your daddy is saying you are responsible, but you will get rewarded. And people don't want to do nothing that you want to do. They say they too busy, they too tired, they money ain't tight, they money tied up, they money tight. It's always an excuse. You ever did a project with somebody and then they be the last person to show up? They show up 3 hours late, knowing that they couldn't help with the project in the first place. Those type of people irritate my spirit, because what you could have done was just been honest and just saying that you didn't really feel like volunteering your time, your money, or your gift. But instead you cowered out, and then you try to show up as if you were a real supporter. That's like a Judas spirit. Anything that's like, I don't really like no ops around me like that. So with that Judas spirit, it irritates me so bad. I just be like the person that just be like, why you even come? I'm going to be the person in the family that's going to say what everybody else thinking. And I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to step forward, and I'm going to be Christian. I'm going to be kind, but I am going to make sure that I let you know that spirit is not tolerated in the environment that we're trying to create. The same thing with you. Call these spirits out. Let these spirits know that you are awake now, that you are awoke now. You understand that this behavior is no longer going to be tolerated. It was tolerated in the past, but it's not going to be tolerated anymore, because you can't make any waves operate in foolishness and allowing it to still function like it's normal. We got to stop these toxic trauma bonds. We got to stop this toxic behavior, asking invasive questions, coming up on people privacy. You got to stop this stuff, and you have to call it out. And people gonna be mad, especially people that want to act like they from the backwoods and don't really know what's going on. They know what's going on. They know the latest this and the latest that, and how much money you make, and the problems you and your husband going through. They know everything else except what they need to know. Your daddy's saying, don't let that be you. Be about his business. When you say you're going to do something, be there. If you can't be there, call in advance and let the people know. Okay? Be a person of good integrity, of good courage, of honesty, and Make sure that you are presenting yourself, not just for yourself and how you look on the outside with lashes and nails and cute this and tattoos and driving the latest this. Just don't only focus on those things. Nothing's wrong with those things with presenting yourself as the best quality person you can be, but it's your insides. And you don't need to jump outside of a fabulous car and your attitude suck. They're going to be like, your attitude don't even match your car. Your attitude don't even match your hair or your clothes. Your attitude don't even match your makeup. Like, don't just mask. Be this person, okay? And that's all I got for y'all, because my voice gonna go out. I'm about to go ahead and get London situated for bed, but I just had to let that out. Your daddy said that's it, and that's all. Doors of opportunity about to open for you. People gonna say they don't know how you got advanced. They don't know how your influence double and triple like that. You gotta tell them, all I did was I followed the instructions that's in the Bible. I took what was my responsibility and I took it serious. Not just with elders, but he's speaking on everything. Your children, your marriage, your household, your finances, your mental health, your physical health. It's all our responsibility. I know for me, my physical health, I got to get back on top of my game, because mentally, those endorphins not releasing like they normally will is starting to impact how I'm able to serve the gift, okay? I just want to encourage you, whatever you need to do to get yourself in alignment, to get on course, to balance, I just want to encourage you today to do those things. Your daddy said you're going to be advanced twice as fast. Your blessing's going to be twice as big. Your patience is just going to be better overnight. You're going to be like, I don't even know how these problems are solving themselves. But you getting in alignment, being obedient, that's what solves all of your problems. Helping someone else, what I'm doing right now. And then I get to go rest and enjoy the rest of my evening. So I just want to encourage you today. If you have not subscribed, I'm Coach Jess. I come up here and just slay these words all the time. That's just what I do. God has placed me on this earth to encourage other people to be the light. And that's what I'm doing. And I don't care who it irritates, and it's okay. The same thing with you. Don't worry about who it irritates. Worry about who is helping, and sow into those people. Keep your eyes on the prize, which is your daddy. Pleasing him. Pleasing him is going to make the world hate you. Just know that. But it doesn't matter, because what he's able to do, can't no man stop it. Can't no man say, oh, she's not deserving. He's not deserving. She didn't come from that background. She don't know that. You don't need to know nothing except pleasing your daddy. All right. And other people are going to have to watch and awe when they jaw drop, and they're going to say, how in the world did you get that? That's here nor there. All right. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed and prosperous night. Like the video, subscribe, keep coming back up here, and I'm going to be giving you guys another mental health motivational word on another day. I love y'all. Y'all have a great night.